Much appreciated.
No problem. Thank you.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
And the last one to note is just simply the written deputation from the Christchurch Civic Trust. It is 12:56 p.m. I'd actually quite like to go straight to the item, because there are two recommendations that sit there as alternates, and I would like to move that we delegate approval of the council submissions on the resource management enabling housing supply and other matters amendment bill to the mayor and councillors Davidson, Johansson and Templeton. I actually want to add Sam McDonald to that list, and so if you could add in McDonald to enable the submission to be finalised and submitted by 16 November 2021. We're recognising that tomorrow is a statutory holiday, recognising that gives us Monday. So by close of play Monday, we'll circulate the final draft, taking into account the submissions that we've heard today, and we'll bring that to an informal meeting. So even though you're delegating approval to us, we'll talk to you about it prior to the submission on the Tuesday. Jake, did you want to go on the list?
Happy to, but I think the stuff I'm interested in around the pre-protection will be covered anyway. I was second.
Oh, you're seconding the motion, so seconded by Jake. So I'd quite like to put the motion, but is there any debate? A question?
A number of submitters have raised the concern that people are not aware of this or the process to give their views. Given that we've got a really good comms unit, could we not ask or consider running some communications, possibly with our media channels, to really make it clear to people to submit to the select committee and also to contact their local MPs? Because I think that's really important.
There is a Newsline story that's being prepared, but it needs to have that added to it. So we'll just
So a few radio ads.
I can give you an undertaking that will be added to the media coverage. Yeah.
Let's ask a question after the deputations. If we can, I know we've already got these things in our submission, but if we could note the many comments on the time restraint on this for people to actually speak on behalf of their organisations, which is why they came in as individuals. They would have a lot more clout with more signatories to their deputations. And also the issue of character housing and heritage and needing qualifying. There's a lot of concern that the character areas are going to be lost, and I know it's a balance, but if the people who are working on this could just ensure that we actually have a look at character areas and see what we can do about that, providing a framework for some protection if possible.
But we have to do that anyway, because we're going to have to notify a plan change next year for the MPSUD anyway. And that will, in the notification, have the character areas identified.
Excellent.
Qualifying areas.
Qualifying,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mel.
The bit I would have wanted to add in is about the supply and demand that Cameron brought up. I think if you can get that into the submission, it won't be a housing everywhere. That's all.
All right, so we've got it moved and seconded. I've noted that we'll sort out the publicity on it. I'll put that motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. And and abstention from Aaron Kewen. I'd quite like to formally acknowledge all of those that made submissions. I think it represented a degree of frustration when central government implements changes suddenly without any engagement with local authorities. This is the frustration. So you get people coming to take it out on on local government, although I have to say, without exception, every single one of them understood that it wasn't our fault and that we were seeking to get a better outcome for the city. But it is, you know, it is the reality that people do need to focus on speaking to both sides of the house, and perhaps just reflecting that one size does not fit all. So thank you to all of those who made submissions, and we will certainly take that into account in finalising the submission. So it is now 1 o'clock, so I will adjourn the meeting until 2 o'clock. So thank you all very much.